Oh, you fucker.
Yes, I
Good evening, you lovely people. It is Saturday, the 13th, the day before the Love Day. Hope you're all ready out there for your celebrations and all that. We've got almost everybody here. Karl's not here at the moment, but he may join us later. Might not. Depends. He's working at the moment, so we'll see. We have in the house. Let's have a look. We've got Lewis, who should be unmuted, but he's not. A few technical issues this evening. You're not muted now.
No, I unmuted myself so I can actually speak. Probably not a good thing, but hey.
No. We've got the lovely Steve up in the top corner. Hello, lovely Steve.
Hi, guys.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've just got a bit of a problem with my leg at the moment.
All right. Well, if you need shit off at any point, then obviously no worries. Don't worry about that. And we've got he is. There he is. Look. And we've got the lovely Chris. All right, Chris.
Doing all right, guys.
Cool.
Hanging in there.
Cool. Let's have a quick look at the chat, see who we've got with us today. Oh, wow, that's gone bang. I'm going to go through chat quickly, and then we'll have a look, see what everyone's doing tonight. I obviously got myself, but I don't need to read myself out, do I really? Got the lovely Beatrice Crafter saying evening, James, and then evening, everyone.
Evening.
Hello, Nat.
And
There she is. You all set for later on, Nat?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, we're looking forward to that after last week's debacle. We got model making Haggis and hello peeps. I'm Haggis.
Hello, Haggis.
Haggis.
We got Mayhem Model Works. Yay! I got it right first time. He's obviously saying good evening to everybody.
Hello, Andy.
He's also asking how's Nat.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, Haggis. A little juror tonight, methinks, folks. It is Saturday after all. Yes, what a lovely thought that would be. Unfortunately, I've got to shoot off at 9 o'clock and get the good lady. So, otherwise, I would happily join you for a little jaram another time. Mayhem is just saying there that he's okay, just plugging away at work. Well, when I say plugging away, I mean that I want to take the laptop and smash my boss in the grill. Ooh, let's move on quickly. Nim's saying that Nim is there saying hello everyone. Hi Nim.
Hello, Nim.
What's up, man?
Mark Ewing is there saying evening folks. Hope we're all well.
Evening, Mark.
Chance is in the house. He's saying good evening all.
Evening, Chancer. She cheated last week, by the way, Chancer.
No, she didn't.
Oh, they needed you last week, Chancer.
Seriously, Chancer. You can watch it on the reloop, but there was no cheating involved. There was a steward's inquiry, and the steward said no. Mark, you were just saying it's very cold outside in Edinburgh, but I'm warm. It's a little frosty here, I can tell you. How's the snowing in your part of the world, Chris?
It's raining today. I mean, pouring down rain.
Oh.
Has been for the last couple of days. Just absolute. I wake up in the morning, it looks like I'm in a cloud, and it's just pouring rain. So we're getting our water.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know, every time I wake up at home, it's like waking up in a cloud. But that's a different cloud.
Right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Mayhem Model Works. I did it again. Can't believe it. I wonder if James is sitting in that cartoon way for his knuckles to get wrapped. Cartoon way? Why is this a cartoon way?
Exit stage left.
Graham Norbert's in the house and not had a good one. Enough said. Oh. Well, thank you for being with us. And
hope things get better.
And in the words of an old wise man, tomorrow will be a better day.
Is that you that said that then, James?
No, it was Sir. Oh, I've forgotten his name.
I won't put you in the spotlight.
Let's move on quickly before.
Evening anyway, Graham.
Yes, indeed. Skippity skip. Haggis has just voiced his opinion that Valentine's Day is a commercial rubbish.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that debate, although I'm sure there'll be quite a few people that may or may not agree. Ian Dalefight saying evening, everyone. Ian.
Evening, Ian.
Maybe you do need
my
a
teeth. Ian, evening. Why is that so difficult? Anyway, John Howe is saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, John.
Evening, John.
What's up?
Mayhem's adding fuels to the fire, saying last week's debacle. What do you mean, Lewis? Throwing a wobbly, a wibble rather.
She cheated.
We are not going over this again.
Yeah, we're not gonna repeat the wibble
Because I am correct.
Graham Norton, Robert is saying Valentine's Day reminds me of a football game. A good result that day. Cool.
Football.
We got Edward Leonard. He's saying good evening, folks. Edward, good evening, Edward.
Evening, Edward.
I can't believe I'm having such a speech impediment today. Oh, excuses are coming out now. Chancellor says, sorry guys, I was supporting someone with an engineering YouTube channel, so missed last week's fun and pains. There are other channels, really? Okay. Ross Medlock saying good evening all.
Evening, Ross.
And Scotty from S3 Model Works is saying good evening all.
Evening, Scotty.
Evening, Scotty. And that is the chat caught up with. Whoop, whoop. So, I'm going to read it out because it's fun. Mayhem is saying, model making trucker, you just saw that Nat got one over you. I don't think he'd be sore if he got one over him, but anyway, let's move on from that. Now, stop whining and be a good boy and act like a proper gruffalo.
She never got one over on me. She cheated. That's what it is. It's cheat. It's scam.
You know what I hear?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All I hear is tissues. That's all I hear.
What I'm getting at.
Yeah. I got to be honest. I'm unfortunately I wasn't with everybody last week, so I apologize for that. But I as I was going to bed, I just happened to listen in just at that moment where they were having a wibble. I only listened to a split second because I went, "Oh my god, I'm away, and it's all going terribly wrong." Good, turn it off, disgusting. But yeah, it was funny. I still haven't watched it back. I really must. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna move on from that. I'm not gonna read out all the comments about wibbles and violins and your rankers, your ranking in the wibble charts. No, I'm gonna just roll on by. Right, let's see what everyone else is doing. I'm gonna start with Chris this evening. Chris, what are you up to this evening?
I actually this last week had a little bit of time to I'm just starting to put the paddles on the tank, but I did some more work on my base.
Oh, would you look at that?
Added some grass on the inside, and I'm gonna add more bags to it, but I just thought because I'm in the group build, I thought I would hurry up and kind of do some shortcuts with the other sandbags and stuff. And then right now I'm starting to put the paddles on the wheels of my artillery piece. And that's about it. I haven't really done a whole lot this week. I did, like I said, just a little bit of work on that diorama piece and now today I just started on my artillery.
Mm-hmm. Looking
So-
good though, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll head over to Steve. Steve, how's the PE going, mate?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just a lot of flat brass work, hatches and hinges.
Oh, that you on the hatches, are you?
Hatches and hinges, yeah.
Are you going to do both parts of the hatch, so like inside and outside, or
No, this is just the flat brass on the top of the decal.
right?
It's not the actual like hatches here.
Mm-hmm. Looking good, though, Steve.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
He's looking good. Are you? How are you finding the kit? Are you finding it a struggle, or?
I haven't touched it at all this week because I've been working with it, but excuse me. It's all right. It's just I tend to lose the tiny little bits of photos, but they're so tiny and I just keep things off. So, but other than that, it's fine at the moment.
You almost need to make you almost need to make a little booth that you sit in when you're doing PE, don't you?
Yeah.
Not you personally. I mean, just generally.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, Chris has got internet problems. We'll hear from him in a minute. Okay, well, cool. He's coming along lovely. I've seen some pictures of it. Funny enough, he's looking good.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's go over to Lewis and see what Lewis has got on the bench. What's that?
This is a bishop.
Have you got your bishop out on the desk?
I have.
Oh my goodness.
I've built it up in the truck as well. Well,
Wow.
It was kindly donated by a very nice gentleman called Mr. James Skiffins. So I took it away in the truck with me, built it up. It's gone together really well, actually, but I'm wanting to really weather it and make it look like it's not been blown up, but left in a field.
Okay.
So it's all rusty and muddy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm having difficulty with is the tracks because they're them single track things
Yeah.
to put together, and I'm not getting used to that. So I thought, moving away from tracks, I thought I would build another one also in the truck. So I've built one of these Warhammer things. It's actually Predator, is it? It's actually one that started, but because she decided to join a group build, she's bought another one, identical, so she can start it from scratch.
Oh.
To fit in with the rules and regulations of said group build. They're the little guns. So I took this away, built it up, it all comes to bits. And I'm going to prime it. I'm going to prime it and then paint it in the truck next week.
Right.
It just gives me something to do when I'm sat doing nothing else.
Yeah.
When I'm supposed to be asleep, but I don't sleep.
And plus, as well, you're forbidden from taking tools with you next week because I need them.
Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
You're going to be toolless.
Yeah. Yeah, she's taking my tools. As long as I take one with me.
I just know there's a comment to that, but I'm going to resist.
But yeah, so that's
And
what
how
I'm
have you found the bishop? I mean, the turret part of it. Did you find that easy to put together?
The turret on the bishop. I did actually. I left all the innards out of it because I've shut it all up. I'm missing a handle on the back as well. Yeah. But the actual outside of it, there is a bit of filler that needed to be used, but it's gone together really well. I thought I sort of redid a few bits. There's a gap there that could do with filler. But other than that, my experience of tanks is non-existent. I thought it sort of stuck together.
It's a good thing. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing it. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's right, mate. No worries. Well, let's go and have a look at my bench. I've been playing with my Tamiya M8.
Ooh, look at that. I'm putting that away now.
I've got to a stage. Got to a stage with it now that I mean, obviously, I've been building this for the Sunday parade, but I wanted to move on a little bit with it. So I've done the oil side of it this week, but I'm going to use StreamYard's new fancy show a video thing that you can do. So I've videoed it, and what I've done is I've made a little video to show how I've achieved the way it looks. So I've been doing that. That's going to go over there because I'm not going to do anything to that tonight. I still got to weather it up a little bit. There's some mud that's got to be applied, and general dust, etc. And unfortunately, General Dust is busy. So in his place is Lieutenant Dust. So I've been doing the figures that come with the kit as well. I'm okay with it. I'm not overly happy with it. I gotta be honest, but
why?
It is what it is. Huh?
Why? Look at that. It's.
I don't know. Just I think what it is, right, is that when I built the kit, I had green. So all right, I was 12 at the time, but I didn't follow the instructions. I just painted it green. And I've tried to follow the instructions, and I just find the trousers to look leathery, and they're not meant to be leather. He hasn't got leather chaps on, so it is what it is. It's fine. But Lieutenant's done. He's finished, and I've got his two mates here. I've got Sergeant Wibble. He's obviously in mid Wibble because his arms are crossed. And we've got Goosey. I'm making it up as I go along, you can't tell. He's obviously explaining to Wibble about something which is not helping the Wibble. So the bodies are done, but I've got to do the skin work. And I'll be honest with you, I did all this and then thought to myself, this is very unusual. You normally do the face first, not the other way around, but I have. So always want to be different. So you go. That's what I'll be working on. I'm going to try and play with the faces and skin tones as we go on tonight. Obviously, though, we have got our teaser, for want of a better phrase, in the title of today's lovely program. And I am waffling mainly because I'm not ready. So the teaser or the title is Opportunity Isn't Forever. So let's do that right now. Can you, in the chat, tell me what you think the title is all about? It is 22 minutes past, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. It's not going to be long. But anyway, we'll do that next. So put your answers in the chat. And then obviously we have got the wonderful Nat with Guess the Kit.
She didn't cheat.
We'll have Professor Wibble, no doubt, at some point. He'll be making a show. Lewis as well. He'll be going through your work this week on your What's on the Bench posts. If you haven't done it yet, go over to the Saturday Night Creche Facebook page, pin post right at the top, and add your work in, and Lewis will dribble all over it for you. So that's the plan for this evening. 20 people watching. So yeah, say hello. Tell us what you think, and give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down, whatever. There we go. So we've got some comments here. Let's have a quick look. I'm just going to double check them before I highlight them because I've been caught out like that before. It's a chat between yourselves, obviously. All right, Graham is just asking what compressor he's got, and Mayhem is just saying he's got a small work zone one from Aldi. It's your atypical cheap one, nothing fancy. So I'm looking for a new one, and one that I have at the moment has only one speed. If you are looking for a compressor, you can go with a cheap version. Nothing wrong in that. But it's something in which you'll use quite a lot potentially, and I would suggest to you it might be worth you investing in a good compressor. Some of the cheap ones can last for a long time. Never had any problems. And obviously the opposite can be said, that some people have quite a few problems. And I was going to tell you what compressor I've got, but I've forgotten. Crazy. Anyway, Steve, what compressor have you got? I think you got the same as me, haven't you?
Sparmax.
Sparmax. There we go. Yeah. That is the same as mine. I knew you had. Cool. It's good.
So I just leave it on all the time. I don't turn it off. It's been fine.
There you go. How about you, Lewis? What compressor have you got?
I've got a Badger.
Oh.
Is that the one you got from Tel?
No.
Is that has it got a separate cylinder for the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's the one bit of advice I could give you, Graham. Really, is when you're looking for compressors, go for something that's got a separate air cylinder as well, because it'll give you a better capacity and better control over your PSI and all that sort of stuff. That's my experience anyway. I had a cheap one. I started off with one because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to make the investment, and I didn't have a brilliant experience with my one. So, but I think that's probably down to the user more than anything else. But anyway,
I must admit, my first one was I think it was one of the ones off Amazon. It was like you got the compressor, the two air bushes, and the pipe and everything. And it was cheap. It did what I wanted it to do. It got me into airbushing to start, but then it was like, well, it's time to progress.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't not recommend that process either, because I mean, I did exactly the same thing. I bought a cheap compressor that come with some cheap airbrushes, and it was purely a case of something that I could play with. It wasn't a lot of money. And if things broke, it wasn't the end of the world, because obviously I'm a numpty, so I'm gonna while I'm learning how to use stuff, I'm gonna make mistakes and potentially break stuff, which I did. But yeah, so that would be my advice. He does say later on in the chat, which I just saw, he was asked the question: has anyone got an Iwata Ninja jet compressor? Well, we haven't, no. But Iwata compressors are good. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there. I'm looking for my business card and I can't think where it is. Anything airbrush, so compressors, airbrushes, and all that sort of stuff. There is a company,
Air-craft.net.
There you go. Aircraft. What?
Air-craft.net.
There we go. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. There we go. The guy that owns that is amazing. And I say that from complete experience, because he was the person I phoned up and said, I feel like a complete numpty, but I want to get an airbrush. I want to get a compressor. What you recommend? Blah, blah. And basically, if you tell him your sort of budget you want to spend, he'll give you a pointer as to what would be the best thing to do. Sorry, that he stocks. Oh, excuse me. And he's really, really helpful, and especially with spare parts and stuff. Brilliant. I've never known a man that can understand a numpty trying to explain a washer without any way of measuring it, but he got it. There you go. So yeah, so that's a recommend from us. It's like, oh, what's good? I mean, personally, airbrushes, depends what you want to spend. If you've got airbrushes, you know, we can have that conversation at some point. But again, he's a great person to get the advice from. Can't think of his name. What was his name, Steve? Do you remember?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you remember the guy's name? The owner?
No, I don't. Sorry, no, I don't.
Oh, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, look them up. Air.craft.net.
Is it air.craft or air hyphen?
Hyphen.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat for you, James.
Oh, you're a star. See, that's why we've got a producer. So people like me, when I muck up, they jump in and make me look stupid. So it's good.
And so she can cheat.
She didn't cheat. She just typed it in there. Stop wibbling. Right. So we've got some guesses coming in for the title. I'll try and go through the chat quickly because we've sort of gone off on a tangent. Model making haggis is America. Not bad guess. Chance of saying there that the last time Opportunity Knocks game show aired on TV. Oh, maybe not. Nim saying that, well, it's not Opportunity Rover. Ooh. Oh, it jumped. Do you love it when it jumps? Obviously some chat going on there between Graham and some other guys. Model making haggis, he's got a Sparmax as well. So yeah, and Mark's just saying there he has a Sparmax TC 610H, highly recommended. Yeah, I think that's the same as I've got actually. They're brilliant.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, he's really good. But and yeah, Mark's just made a very valid point there. It's just remember to drain your tank every time you finish with it, or you end up with moisture in your air and rust in the tank. Yes. Yeah, try and keep on top of that because you don't want to invest that money and ruin it by not looking after it. So follow the instructions, etc. Any problems, give us a shout, and if I can advise you, I will, or I will ask you that same quote that Nat's just written in there, and it's www.air-craft.net. Joe is in the chat saying hi. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hello, Joe. I'm gonna pack up now.
I saw his post during the week.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah, I've got a skip ready to put my stuff in.
All right, Graham is just saying there that he's talking about the one from the local hobby shop, and it's going for £145. Okay, I don't know. I don't know that particular one, but the good thing is if you're buying it from a retailer, then obviously I would hope that it's something they do all the time, and they'll be there to support you if you have any issues and that. So, like most tools and most paints, buy what's local. Yeah, I don't know how that compares to the Sparmax. Similar sort of price, I would think, off the top of my head. But there you go. I don't know. Right, okay, so Opportunity Isn't Forever is the title. Have we got any more guesses? While we're waiting for any more guesses in the chat, because we've gone off on an an air compressor rant. Lewis, you got any idea what this could be to do with?
No, I think Opportunity Isn't Forever. I think I must agree with someone who said America in the chat. I think it's something to do with that, like not being able to just go over willy-nilly.
Okay. Steve, you got any idea?
I think I've foggiest.
How about the producer? Has she got any idea?
You've got me stumped this week.
Oh, shall I tell you what it is?
Please. Am I close?
Okay, so, well, sort of in a roundabout non-wibble way, yes.
Yes.
But actually, nowhere close. Anyway, yes, on this day in history, 2019, NASA confirmed Mars Opportunity rover mission had ended after 15 years due to a sandstorm damaging the communications. So there you go. No one got that.
Nothing like that movie.
That's quite poignant at the moment.
But I would be very interested if it was the day that the last Opportunity Knocks was aired on TV. That would be quite interesting. So there you go. Chris is obviously out to shoot off. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Just a couple of notes.
I
talking?
went and ate breakfast, man.
That's right, mate. No worries.
I had to go eat a pancake. Wife makes breakfast. I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
I think your wife needs to teach my wife a few things.
PE is I use a bib, barbecue or whatever if people want to use them. And what I'll do is use the bib in to put over my head, and then I have it attached to my workbench. So when I'm working on PE, if it drops, it's only going to drop about 4 inches right into this bib, and it catches it every time. No more doing carpet monster digging.
Yeah.
So that's what I use. Whatever it costs for an apron, and then just clamp it to the table. That way, it goes all the way from the bench to your neck. Anytime you're working on PE and it drops, it's going to drop right there in your apron.
I think
and that's pretty expensive. And I haven't lost any PE at all lately.
I think with Steve and I, we both seem to have the same sort of thing happen to us, where we it pings off, but it doesn't ping off downwards. It pings off.
Don't get me wrong. I know. I've heard them hit 3 different walls before they hit the ground.
Yeah, you're not joking. I know.
Oh.
Your thing on the Mars thing is quite poignant at the moment.
Yeah.
Because there are 3 Mars missions currently. One by the Arab Emirates, which touched down a few days ago.
Yeah.
There's one by China, which is approaching. And then there's one by United States, which was launched on a Falcon Heavy, approaching in about May.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? When I heard that, I just thought, typical. It's just like buses.
Yeah.
You don't get anything, and then 3 turn up all at the same time.
Going back to the Sparmax TC61H plus airbrush compressor is currently at £194 and £99 on air.net or air.net.
Oh, okay, there you go. So yeah, 145 is a good deal, and Iwata is a good company. You shouldn't have a problem with that. I did see that Nim, and I was trying to look for it in the chat, and I couldn't find it. She says, "I guessed that, but I said it wasn't, so I was half right." Yes, you did. You did point towards it, so I'm going to give it to Nim. Why not? Well done, Nim. You were closest after all. And apparently she's got very fast Google fingers. I'm so glad I pronounced that right.
Keep it clean.
Yep.
And Graham's just saying that the MM1 models are on Facebook. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Iwata, it's a good brand. So yeah, like I say, if it's local and the guy sells them normally, so he's got the knowledge to help you out. So yeah, that would be a good buy, really, I suppose. I'm so sorry. Oh, and by the way, I must say, at the beginning of the broadcast today, there was a faux pas on my account, and I should apologise for that. I had forgotten that I hadn't muted the microphones, but we were having a little technical issue that we were trying to resolve within seconds. So forgive me for that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't go back. Don't need to. Nim was just saying, when I heard opportunity, I thought of the space shuttle. And there you go. I've got to put some money in the swear box because apparently Mayhem heard it. I will sit on my naughty step at the appropriate moment. So we're going to do. What are we going to do? I know what we do. Tell us in the chat, what are you doing tonight? What are you working on? I know Haggis is working his way through a bottle of Jura. But maybe you've got something related on the bench as well. Tell us what you're up to. Just around about 9 o'clock-ish or so, we'll go through your work on the bench, or Lewis will, and he'll have a good old dribble over that along with us all. And then when I get back from picking my good lady up from her work, I can join in and be tortured by the producer.
Oh, as far as tortured, it's keeping your brains working over.
Can we sack her?
What?
Can we just sack her?
Did she say some word I don't really understand?
What, brain? I think so.
Yeah, that don't compute.
I'm just going to mute because I'm just going to switch compressor on.
Right. Let me change the camera angle. I'm going to try and do a little bit of co-editing. Why not? So come on, guys. Tell us what you're working on the bench this evening. Oh, my God. Lewis is getting gloved up. That's always a worrying moment.
She enjoys it. Keep it clean, Lewis. Keep it clean.
I'm going to send you a post-it note. I've heard from other shows that it works well.
What, don't say it, just smack yourself in the head.
Yeah. Joe's just saying there he's just working on his Corsa. I like how he just says that. Just the Corsa.
Just working.
Just the Corsa. Nim's working on the Master Grade Dynamis. Diamis. Okay, thank you for breaking that down for me, Nim. You're right. I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. It's a sniper mech. Cool. I like. John is saying hi, guys. He's obviously joined us. Hi, John. How are you?
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Chancel's working on a 172nd ICM MiG-25 RBF. Fuck that. Applying some stencil details. And that's just saying that officially started the new Space Marine Predator tank for a group build. Whose group build is that? Nat.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was still muted. It's for the post-apocalyptic group build on the Model Officer's Mess.
Oh, okay. No, you weren't muted because I could hear him spraying his brush.
Sorry, if it's too noisy, I'll mute.
No, you're all right. It's fine.
Sure.
I got a mute button. Also,
I've
also got a kicky out button as well.
Have you?
Mm.
What did you say?
Hey?
Hey? Hello?
Tuesday?
Hello?
Scotty's working on, waiting on a clear coat to dry before he can wash the D&D Vanderhob. Mark Ewing is finished the decals on the Meng 135th rocket. Now doing rescribing the nose cone on an ICM 148 MiG-25 and finishing off the ICM armored car. Oh my goodness. Busy boy. I did see a picture of your work on the whippet. It's looking good. Graham says no bench work until next week, but I am working on a 172nd Nimrod. Cool. John's working on a Model T drag car. Nice. Ed was a 1/4 scale Valentini Rossi bike. Ooh. Yeah, I like bikes, but too scary for me. Ninja says it was the kit my dad got me for Christmas. Nice. Ian Douthwaite says working on a 1/24 Quattro, new in the finish. Just had a print failure on the Mad Max War Rig. Oh no! Yes, I did see that post, Ian. I know the print, and I know you're going big on it. So I'm really looking forward to see what you do. That's going to be cool. So keep us posted. We got Ross there. Ross is on a 1/32 Revell Mosquito from 1972 and a 1/48 Airfix Hurricane from 1982. God, that's been on the bench a while, hasn't it? I think he means the boxing. John's just been saying he's been doing videos on airbrushing lately. Oh, have you? That's cool. I assume that's not a question, John. So yes, tell us more. Ma'am's just saying, "Oi, who's talking?" I don't know what's about. Anyway, so there you go. 22 people watching. Right, I am going to get. Let's get Sergeant Wibble. I think Sergeant Wibble and get some paint on him. That's your official name now, Sergeant. Sergeant Wibble. John's just been saying that his videos on airbrushing were live. Oh, cool. How did it go? I wasn't aware of it, but I will try and catch up with it later. I'll have a look tomorrow. Is that a regular thing, John? Is that something you've been doing, playing with? Let us know. We can all tune in and see how you're getting on. That would be cool. And apparently did a video on airbrushing folk art paint. Oh, cool. Nice. Scott just saying there that nice. He likes painting videos, except onesie attempts. And John does them twice a week, apparently. Cool. There you go, guys. Want to get some tips? Honest, man. Yeah, making videos is not easy. Not easy at all. Got a bit of a treat on Sunday on the parade is that obviously I've been doing this Tamiya kit live and I've been struggling with it. I've got to be honest because I don't want to make something in which isn't very good. And I don't mean the tank or anything. I mean the actual video. I want it to be able to be something that someone can appreciate and learn from and not struggle from. So this week I've got a little bit technical, and what I've done is I've actually I painted, as I said earlier, done some painting on the tank, and I videoed it, and I'm gonna share that video on the stream on Sunday live. So I won't be live with everything I do. I will be with some of it, not all of it, but some of it is pre-recorded. Plus, also it helps me get the build a little bit more forward as well. So yeah, hopefully it'll work. We'll see. I've not tried it out. I'm just gonna do what I always do. Bungle it live. What could go wrong, right?
Murphy's Law.
Oh yes. I haven't been speaking to Murphy for a while, so I should be all right.
I don't have to. I take it he was
Not
acquitted.
guilty. Yeah, 47 to
Attaboy.
53 is all he got to.
Attaboy.
Awesome.
So have you been out on the bike at all? Or was the weather still not good enough for that, Chris?
No, the snow just melted. The highs during the day is about 40. It's still real stormy. You know, there's a lot of I mean, you could take off right now and it might not be raining or anything, but you might get around the corner and it'll just be a gully wash.
Yeah.
So for me, because I don't know, man, I learned from this old guy back when.
Oh, we've lost Chris.
I was a young. Uh-oh, is everybody back online now?
Yeah. We lost you for a minute or two.
Yeah, this buddy of mine I knew, I asked him one time, I said, you have such a beautiful motorcycle. How come you don't drive it to work? He said, because I don't have to. You know, so back when I was young, that's all I had was my shovelhead or my, you know, my Harley or my old Honda 750. So I've run through every kind of weather, and so did he. And I just kind of took it to heart. Matter of fact, he actually passed away in my arms. But I've gotten to where I'm like a fair weather rider anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not out to prove nothing to nobody. If it's pouring rain outside, I don't want to ride. I don't have to go anywhere. And if I do, I got a vehicle that, you know, has air conditioning and heating. You know, so I don't have, and I mean, I've ridden through rain, fog, sleet, hail, you know, everything but snow. And I'm just, you know, I did that for like 15 years. That was my only source of transportation. So it's like, you know what, man, if it's not a nice day out, I ain't going. But, and plus my wife had a broken wrist almost, you know, for 9 months. So, you know, so she's got to be able to hang on. If she can't hang on, there's no sense in going.
No, that's absolutely right.
So other than that, it's going to start getting nice. You know, it stopped snowing and it's starting to work its way towards, you know, it's going to start, as they say here, it's, you know, April showers, spring, May flowers. So, you know, usually on my birthday, which is the end of this month, it's always raining. So, you know, I never had a summer, you know, or anything like that type of birthday. So it was always raining and, you know, winter's kind of on its way out, but I still, if I don't ride, and don't get me wrong, I've got clothes in my saddlebags on my bike to cover just about anything and anywhere. You know, it would be that we would leave in the valley and it would be 110 degrees, you know, or 12 in Fresno. But by the time we got over to the coast, it would be like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
So if you didn't pull over or have a change of clothes, you were going to get wet and cold.
Yeah.
So we all pull over, pull out our jackets, chaps, or everything it took, and we kept the ride going. And then thusly on the way back, you can't be wearing all that weather gear and hooking it back up into 112-degree weather. It just so you have to pull over, you have to disrobe, down to your summer stuff and then take up. I mean, I've taken up and sometimes, and it would be hot where I'm at, and it'd be raining like crazy where we ended up at, and foggy as crazy. So you just anymore, if I don't have to ride in it, I'm not gonna. It's kind of like you, James. You have it there to ride for enjoyment, but not for necessity.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I mean, I'm very, very much a fair weather rider.
I mean, I've had my share of accidents. I've had my share of close calls, and you name it. And I'm just, I'm at that age to where I don't have a whole lot of time left, and so I don't want to make it any shorter, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, with my bike, I literally have got it for the days where it is the best weather only. I don't use it otherwise.
Absolutely. But when I was a young man, I mean, I'm not saying I was proving a point or anything, but it was a lifestyle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want anything else. That's what I wanted. And I rode my motorcycle in every imaginable kind of weather you can think of. And half the time I would strap my lunch onto the back. From wherever I lived to work, I must have fed half of the homeless cats and dogs. Because by the time I got to work, it would be gone. So there'd be no telling where that bowl of food or bag or lunch came off at. So, I mean, that's why I've got saddlebags, and you have to be prepared. And I'm just anymore like you. I don't want to do it. I don't have to. And right now it's in climate weather to where you could take off and it could be, really nice or something. And then you could get around the corner and it's just like right now sun was shining and now it's just clouds are black outside. So, let's go. Now it takes me 3 hours to clean my bike properly. So I choose to keep a cover on it and keep it as clean as possible. So I don't have to keep cleaning it.
Yeah, see, I ride mine to work every now and again. And one of the main reasons for that is it just takes me forever to get out of my gear. So that's a little bit less time I'm actually physically got to work.
Well, my old shovel head was parked in my kitchen of my apartment. So I just open the sliding glass door, back it out, close it, slide the kitchen table back into place, and start my bike up and go to work. I've got pictures of my daughter at like a year old sitting on my bike in the kitchen. So, yeah, I was the epitome of psycho.
Right, yeah, quickly catch up with the chat. We lost Steve for a little minute or two, but that's okay. Mark Ewing's just saying that the 1/32 mosquito turned out not bad with a bit of work put into it. Unfortunately, I smashed mine when I started back into the hobby. Oh dear. Little skill and no patience. Yeah, these things happen. Ross is just saying she's going well together. So that's brilliant. Scotty's saying I crossed the continental divide once in the snow on my bike. Had to use my legs as outriggers.
I've done that before in frost. Yeah, absolutely. I've been there. And the back of the bike's going, it's drifting back and forth, and you got your feet down. And
I got to be honest. I've been on my bike once when I've gone over some salt they've put on the road to keep the ice down, and the back wheel went, and I didn't like that at all. So yeah, it just confirmed everything I already knew.
Oh, it's a kick in the pants, man.
Yeah, not to be repeated. Mike Ewing's just saying, totally agree with you, Chris. Bike for warm weather. I use my Yamaha Phaser to and from work in all weathers. It's not worth it, no.
No, but that's all I had. I mean, that's all I had. So what do? Yeah, I mean, I used to wear a Morton Salt yellow fisherman's rain slicker to go to work because it'd be raining so hard, and I didn't have anything that would keep me completely dry. And the front brake caliper it was offset, so it would sling water right up my crotch. I mean, so by the time you got to work, you were just absolutely soaking wet from head to toe. So I put these yellow rain slickers on, and I'd look like, the Morton Salt man. Riding to work. I didn't care, man, but that's all I had. I didn't have.
John just saying that he's subscribed to John Howe, rather, is just saying he's subscribed to John Pole's channel. Excellent. Yeah, make sure you do that. You can do that just by clicking on people in the chat. Mike Ewan just saying that unfortunately he gave up his motorbike after an accident. He lost his confidence. Yeah, that's that.
I've been in a bunch of them, man. Not a bunch. But the one that actually I got in that really hurt my back, I was off work for over a year. And it's the reason why I had to go from a shovel head or a rigid frame to a soft tail, because I would ride, my right hand and my right leg would go numb. So I said, I'll just build another bike. And I did. And I'm so defensive. I've been riding motorcycles since I was 9 years old, since 1969, 1970. And it's like I told a friend of mine, it's either in you or it's not. And I've had my share of wanting to be, am I afraid should I go over to the coast? Should I go on a 10-hour motorcycle ride or what? But as the old saying goes, you go out with your boots on, you go out with doing what you love. And basically it's the closest that I feel you can get to flying. And that's what I'm in it for. It's just that feeling. I mean, I'm in pain 24/7 for the last 30 years with my back injury. But once I get on that bike, it just goes away for about 20 minutes.
Now, and it's strange. I've done flying lessons, and I feel safer in an airplane than I do on a bike. Doesn't make any sense, especially when you come in for a landing that's very steep.
Oh yeah, I'm in it. When even to this day, when I go out there and I know I'm gonna get on that bike, my adrenaline starts going, my heart rate goes up. I literally start shaking until I put that key in and that bad boy fires up. Then it all goes away. It's just that I don't know. It's a rush. I can only, in my own words, relate it to a religious experience for me, because I can't see not riding. And once I give up my bike, because my bike, I customly built that bike myself. Once I give up that aspect of my life and I'm not riding anymore, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be hard, yeah.
Because I'm turning 61 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, get away from you.
So how long do I have left to where I can actually be riding a motorcycle? 5 years? 7? Maybe by the time I'm 70? Really?
I can't honestly see you not riding a bike ever.
I don't either, but at that point, I will honestly say that I'll feel that my life's over. Once I give up riding, then it's all about putting me in a rest home and wait until the good Lord calls me home.
gonna be a big box they put you in there, Chris, right? Because you're gonna still be on the bike.
Oh, well, I've had so many people inside my family right now that are fighting over what would happen to me or to the bike when I do go. Absolutely. So that in itself is kind of up in the air. I would sure love to have it. There's some video on YouTube of a guy that got buried with his motorcycle, and his funeral procession is of him on his motorcycle with his leathers on and his helmet in a glass coffin. As they're going down the street, he's riding his last ride.
Cool.
And they picked the whole glass box up and set it down in a case and vault him in. I mean, sitting on his bike.
That's cool.
There's other people that do that too. The HAs, they do that same thing. And you're usually put in an undisclosed gravesite so people won't dig it up and try and steal your bike.
Right, let me quickly keep another chat, Chris. Sorry, I've got to shoot off in a second anyway. Stuart Bremer's there saying good evening, also evening, Stuart. Mark Ewan is just saying that now he uses a mountain bike to go to work, keeps him fit.
Oh, cool.
Ross Medlock saying that he used to have a BSA 175, but sadly had to sell it due to financial difficulties.
Oh, that I hate hearing that.
Ian Douthwaite saying he was brought up on a farm, rode off-road bikes from 2 to 21, scrambled consecutively as a schoolboy, but never rode his bike on the road.
Right.
Chance is just saying there, with any machines like bikes or aircraft, I would always prefer to be in the factory they are made in than anywhere else. I love manufacturing industry. Yeah. And Scott is just saying there, dirt riding builds necessary skill for street riding, I found. Yeah. Right, I'm going to quickly shoot off and go and get the good lady. Lewis. I did unmute you. I bet you're muting as well, aren't you, at the same time?
There we go.
Right, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to leave you in. See, give the man a few buttons and he's got to play with them.
Leave the buttons alone.
I like pushing buttons.
Yes. On that note, I'm going to leave you and Steve in charge, and Chris to make sure you behave. I think I got that the right way around. I'm going to be back in a little while. I just got to go get the good lady, and while I'm away, Lewis will probably at some point go over the what's on the bench. So if you haven't put your pictures in over there, go and quickly do it. It's over on the Saturday Night Creche Facebook page, right at the pin post, right at the top. Can't miss it. Are you all right, Steve? Yeah, because I know you dropped out for a second.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Lewis tonight.
Uh-oh. Oh, what? I'm pushing everything.
Oh, God. Such a professional.
I try.
I'll hand it over to me. There you go, Nat. Take care of it.
There we go. So,
my boy.
I'm going to go through the Facebook. I just need to share screen.
You know what?
Share it.
Yep. No, it is, but you already know. Yep, sorted.
Cool. So here's the post for this week. Nicely pinned to the top. And first up, we've got Dan Cook. He's got a Ryfields model VK 36.01, 35th scale. The end of an exhaust odyssey that involved chipping with the Dunkelgel. Yeah. Got it right. With the rest of the tank. Sponging increasingly lighter acrylic, rust shades, enamel, rust washes, blended, rust pigment, enamel, engine oil, more enamel rust wash, and finally a few more rust pigments.
Nice.
That looks nice.
I could be wrong, but I also think that's a new name as well.
Yeah, I think it is. So welcome
Dan
to the gang. Dan Cook.
He's been around for a while.
Has he?
I'll get back in my box.
Yeah, back in your box. We've got Adam Challenger with Zvedster Yak 130 nearly finished. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I saw that on ISM last night. It was very cool.
Yeah. And we've got Ross Medlock with more progress on the B29 Super Fortress. I'm liking this.
It's huge.
I am very, very tempted in purchasing one.
Wait, I've got it.
That's not my problem.
You're not allowed.
Banned.
Yeah.
And we got Marcus White added to the 1/16th Roman battle scene. Very early days with this scene, so lots to change, add, and sculpt before painting. Oh, I like that.
They are.
Oh, wow.
They
That's
are
very-
nice.
I'd love to be able to do figures because that would be a really nice scene.
Yeah, that makes two of us, Steve.
You can do figures. Ones you've turned out being pretty cool.
You cheat codes, you only do the top half.
Thanks, Nat. Thanks. And we got Scott trying to lay out some shadow on my D&D miniature sepia ink is a very cool airbrushing experience.
Ooh.
It's already blending well toward those greens and browns which will dominate this disgusting creature.
Yeah, when I first saw these pictures of this Karl Lewis guy, I was like, what on earth is that?
I bet that's brilliant when it's painted.
Yeah.
D&D miniature.
It's no tabletop game,
Ah,
Dungeons and Dragons.
ah. And pack the bench up. Joe McCaslin. 130-second trumpeter, F4U, 1D, getting my ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I say, I've got to skip out the front. It's all going in there a minute.
Yeah. You got any room for mine, Nolan, there, Steve?
Yeah, it's very good. So much detail.
I mean, he's got near enough probably every single switch in there.
Yeah. The amount of that is actually scratch built with.
Yeah. He buys a kit, uses about 10 pieces out of it, and the rest of it's just scratch built.
Yeah.
He's got tanks and everything down the bottom there. Like, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Electrical boxes. You alright, Steve?
Yeah, it's just painful.
Mock up with engine.
Wow. Yeah,
That's cool.
very, very cool. Yeah.
Karl is First.
Next up, we've got Ian working mostly on the 124 Tamir Quattro rally car this week. Not far from complete. Decals were hard work, but we got there.
Yeah, I think all that green and the yellow is a decal, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong. Because last time I saw that was all black.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, exciting new project in the pipeline. 1/16 scale Mad Max war rig. 400 odd 3D resin printed parts over 1.2 meters long.
Oh,
And the printer is on overtime. Oh my.
Wow.
that looks well cool. Oh man. Oh, well, Joe.
I want one.
Yeah, likewise. Oh man, that's mental. That's gonna look so cool. Oh wow.
Oh my. We got James almost finished by my little M8 from Tamiya.
That's looking good. I do like the weathering on there. It's really cool.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to see the comparison.
Yeah, it looked good when it's painted.
Yeah. We got Stuart Bremer, just finished my Atelieri 172nd MH 53J Stallion for the Gulf War 21 GB.
That's nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good.
Do like to see the helicopters. I've never built one.
No, I haven't either. I think I'd like to build an Osprey if I could.
Yeah.
Just a cross between a helicopter and a plane, isn't it? So.
Yeah. And we got you up next, Steve. Spacebar not working.
No. I typed in something somewhere else, and I was like, "What on earth?" So I'm looking at the space bar, and I'm tapping away, but nothing's happening. So, yes, it's just flat photo X parts going on the brass. That's what I say. That's all the hinges and handles that I'm working on at the moment. But they're so tiny, as you can see by the pencil.
That's looking nice, though, Steve.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. It's a long old process. It's taken a long time.
Oh, and then we've got a Mosquito from Ross Medlock.
Oh,
Real 132nd. I think
wow.
I built that one.
That's nice.
I haven't started my HK yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of that, Chris.
I'm hoping I'm getting that in 148, the Tamiya one, I think.
Yeah.
Hoping. Probably won't, but there you go.
I got a good deal on that one from HK.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Ross again, the FX 148 Hurricane.
God, choice. Two kits on that at the same time. Wow.
And Nim started a new kit.
Wow.
Gundam.
Yeah. That's nice.
Mark's just saying that I have 3 things on the go at the moment. Firstly, the main 135th Whippet tank that I'll be doing the decals throughout the show, everything painted and given a gloss coat ready for a wash and weathering. And there it is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely well done.
Yeah, I do like that.
The second one is the ICM 135th German Armoured Command Car. Great little kit with tons of detail, nearly ready for primer.
He only started that this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a quick build. It's good. It's nice.
I like that.
Mm.
I like looking for that. And back working on an old shelf queen, the ICM 148 MiG-25 RVT. All main parts fitted, but sorting out the nose section as I made a bit of a mess when I first started it with the panel lines.
Right. That's all right for me.
Like that one.
You stop model hunting.
We've got lens, slower progress on this week on the 172nd ICM MiG-25 RBF.
Thank you.
Is this what they call the fox bat?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a clue.
We've got Chris with his Takum 135th Artillery and Dio.
Oh, it's nice. I like that.
That is lovely, Chris.
Thanks. Like I said, I just barely got back into the Mojo thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm trying, getting back into it slowly.
Yeah, it's looking good, mate. Looking
Thank
really
you.
good.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Look, another one.
That is all of it. That.
Alright, let's have a quick chat.
Connecting up.
Graham's asking you, Chris, what type of bike do you have?
I built, hang on. I built a completely custom motorcycle in the back of my toolbox. It took me 3 years to buy, 2 years to buy all the parts, a year of machining and assembly. So
Wow.
there isn't another one like it because I built it for myself. It took 3 years. Let me see here. I paid way too much money that I spent on it. But even after I paid the last dollar for my bike, it took another year before I even had it on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, it took 2 years to buy it and another year to machine everything and to assemble. So, and the thing about it is that since I built it, bike shops won't work on it. Because I did it all myself. You can't take it to a Harley dealer because it's not a Harley Davidson. It's a custom motorcycle.
Custom.
Yeah, so nobody wants to touch it. Let me see here. I've got a small video. Maybe I can show you guys this. That's the gas tank. I did an old school flame job on it, which was a ton of money. It's got shotgun headers on it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, I'm idling it up because I just fired it up.
It's gone off screen.
But it's a 113 cubic inch S&S. I think it's like 2,900 cc's or something like that.
Wow.
It all takes a special starter to start it. It takes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm not going to show it off. You do.
That's cool.
But I built it all myself. It's what they just say. It's a completely custom, but it mostly looks like an old school Harley Davidson.
Right.
And people mistaken it for a Harley Davidson. The only problem is there's not a Harley Davidson emblem anywhere on that bike. Anywhere. Because theoretically it's not a Harley Davidson. So I couldn't register it as a Harley. I couldn't. So it all goes under what they here in the U.S. calls a special customization clause. Oh, it's hailing outside now. So I had to go through bells and whistles and hoops to get it registered and insured and the whole 9 yards. It took me a long time, and it's a labor of love of my own for me. But again, I couldn't give it up until my time on this earth is over because I just love riding motorcycles.
Well, the amount of work you put into it. So. Mark, you're saying great builds once again. Remember, it's your model and never doubt your skills. Enjoy the journey from a plastic kit to work of art. Hey, that's very true. Mark, you're saying thank you, Scotty and James. Once the wash is done, I'll flat coat it and more weathering with mud. Mark saying I'm very jealous of that bike, Chris.
Thanks, man. Like I said, it took a long time. I went through. I got like 3 different magazine subscriptions so that I could basically generalize what I wanted for me. And they have ape hangers on them, but they're not over my shoulders. They're mostly straight out. I've got really long arms. I've got 2-inch extensions on my controls because I've got long legs. And so everything's billet, everything's polished aluminum or show polish. There's like very little actual paint on the bike. I came out of a store one time and there was an old farmer standing there and he was eating seeds. And he's looking at my bike. And I said, yeah, what's up? And he says, man, you got about $2 worth of chrome on there. I said, man, I sure wish it cost $2. Because it was a lot more than that. All in all, total, when I was done with the build, was about $40,000 that I had invested in that bike.
Jesus. Yeah. John Paulson, cool bike.
Thank you. I'll see if I can. For some reason, I can't pull up any other pictures. So let me see if I can't find them.
Right, so when James gets back, we'll start on the Nat section. No stewards inquiries this week.
Yeah, like I say, ready and waiting.
Yeah, we'll wait till James gets back.
Yeah, that's fine.
So next week it should be Karl hosting, but we're not sure. We'll let you know if Karl's not going to be able to host our home. But look out for the post that's going to go up during the week. I think we've done what everybody's working on, haven't we?
Yeah.
She ain't back here.
And John Paul saying, what program do you guys use for the Hangout? Well, for the live stream, it's StreamYard. We have the paid version. You can get the free version, which how often can you use the free version, Nat?
You get 24 hours a month.
Right. There you go.
Which
It's very easy to use.
Yeah, it all depends because obviously because it's just me live streaming at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I do an hour and a half a week.
Yeah.
That easily leaves me plenty.
Yeah, it's very easy to use, so very user friendly. Graham saying, thanks. If I could drive, I would have a Ford Torino, aka striped tomato from Starsky and Hutch car with a light as well.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, yeah, that's what I thought. Chancellor saying, just been outside defrosting the boiler, condenser pipes, hot water is back. Well done, Chancellor. And Ross is saying, don't you mean the Lewis wibble time? No, you can't wibble tonight. It's not allowed. He's on mute. So no wibble in there.
Darn it.
Oh.
It was a valid point.
It's a valid point, but it's wrong.
She was wrong, yeah.
I don't know. What are you lying?
Here's a better picture of the bike right here that I've got.
1 second, Chris. There you go. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. You didn't have so much of a beard back then, did you?
No.
Is that the good lady with you as well?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, she likes riding too, so we really do make it work together. You know, I sure did miss riding a lot this year because she was hurt, so it was just real hard for her to enjoy, and I just wasn't going to risk with her getting hurt. You know,
No,
it wasn't going to happen. So
don't blame you.
I'd rather go without riding than to have on my conscience for the rest of my life that I caused her to get hurt.
Exactly.
You know, just because I wanted to go motorcycle riding.
So Valentine's Day tomorrow. Have we got any plans? Any special treats?
I've got a plan to have a lovely Sunday dinner cooked by Nat. Again.
Be you cooking it this time.
Sorry, Steve, you're breaking up, mate.
That would show that you really love her.
I married her.
Well, but still, you got to show your love every now and again on how precious your marriage is to you.
I come home every week.
One day you come home to an empty house.
I'm not that lucky.
That's what Nat said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mark Ewan saying, very nice, Chris. Easy rider.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Graham saying, thanks, Chris, for showing that photo.
Thank you, guys. You're welcome.
Well,
So what are you doing tomorrow, James?
what am I doing tomorrow? 9 o'clock I'll be with the Model for Heroes guys as usual, and then 11 o'clock I'll be the Sunday parade. So we're going to cover the M8 and how I did all the oil work on there, and then we've got some pigments we're going to use, and we're going to use something called Smart Mud.
Mm. And after that?
And then after that, is there rugby on tomorrow? I'm not sure. I might be watching a little bit of rugby. I don't know.
Daytona 500.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm doing actually. I think after that, after about 12:30, I'll fall into a lump somewhere and feel knackered. Because
not doing anything special, nice for you.
Are you talking about for my loved one?
Hello, you're breaking up. Hello.
Yeah, my loved one has the pleasure of my company.
Attaboy.
As I take her to work to earn the money for us to live. Actually, do you know what? Funny enough, my good lady said to me yesterday, she just completely out of the blue turned to me with a great big smile on her face and said,
piss off.
Have a couple of weeks and you'll be going back to work, James.
So she's not enough of you at all then?
I wouldn't mind, but she works alternate weeks effectively. So, 1 week she's with me, which is really nice for her. And the other week she's working, so I don't really disturb her at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm hoping in a couple of weeks' time that the shielding will finish and I can go back to work. It'd be so nice. But yeah, I don't know. Depends what they do. But I know what I have got to do tomorrow. I've got to do a load of work for the 48-hour build actually. So I'll be doing that. Organising and getting in. So yes, if you're not aware, the 20 people are watching, I shall bore you to tears with it now. Over on the Model Officers Mess, we've got a 48-hour build coming up on the 19th of March. It's a really difficult one this year, i.e. any 48th scale model of your choice. So yeah, anything that's in your stash that's 1/48th and that's not started qualifies. So get yourself involved. We're going to be live. Oh, there she is, my good lady. Thank you very much. We're going to be live. Yeah, she won't talk to you. She's not sociable after work. What was that? Yes, we'll be live throughout the 48 hours. I believe these reprobates will be with me. Are you doing a 48-hour build, Chris?
No, I've been around when you've done them, but I've never been involved with them because 48 hours is it's pretty quick, for me. I mean, I've been known to be quick, but I mean,
that's a whole different YouTube channel. Well, you're more than welcome, obviously.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We will. I'm busily arranging at the moment, but I'm hoping we will have some special guests involved with the 48 hours. I'm hoping they're going to get involved with the build, but they might not. And if they do, they will be from all around the world. So we're going to have some from Chris's continent who will be getting involved. Hopefully some people in Canada, some people in Australia. It's going to be a bit crazy. So the upside will be we'll have some interesting things going on. There will be some giveaways as well throughout the 48 hours, very randomly. There'll be some giveaways, and over the 48-hour period, we are raising money for Models for Heroes. So there's a Just Giving page as well.
Do you cover postage across the pond?
Yeah. All out of my own pocket.
I'm teasing you, man.
Which gives a pigeon an extra grain of rice.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how quickly it'll get to anyone across the water, but it'll get there eventually. Yeah, quite right. Attached to a pigeon, probably. Anyway, so yeah, lots of exciting things coming up for that on the 19th of March. So if you've got a kit, if you haven't got a kit, here's a really good excuse tomorrow on your Valentine's Day to treat yourself to a 1/48th kit for charity.
I've literally just received. Well, I received mine at the beginning of the week, and I've been waiting all week, obviously working away. I've actually finally been able to open it today, so I've got mine already.
We will have some special guests of the younger variety as well at some point throughout the 48 hours.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to come on screen.
This is where the organised people talk. You just go back and
Lewis,
basically, Lewis, when you're away, we sit up all night chatting to each other. That's a whole different thing. Anyway.
No wonder she's not doing her jobs.
Don't stop her from doing whatever she needs to do.
James is just distracting all the time.
Anyway, let's not go down that road.
No, I want to.
Scott is just saying, I like your coffee handmaiden. Where can I get one? Well, I believe the nation in which my wife comes from, there is a mail order you can join. But that's, again, another YouTube channel. I just want to clarify she wasn't mail order.
Yeah.
There's another one that is literally a mail but doesn't look like order. But anyway, let's move on.
With the handmaidens, though, Scotty, just be careful because I've got one, but I think she must have come from like Home Bargains or Poundland.
You know what that's going to get you is a smart bottom.
I'm going to move on. Graham, apparently there's been 2 thumbs down. Don't make about it. It's fine. If people don't like it, we put thumbs up or down. It doesn't bother me. It's all good.
Let stick the thumbs up, James.
Yeah, stick your thumb up me if you want. If you don't, stick it down me. Whatever. Goes the same way.
It all comes out in the same end, right?
Oh yeah. I'm so desperately trying to move on. Ian Douthwaite is saying, I'm hoping to be back part-time in March with the rally team. Oh, cool. When they're testing the new 2022 cars. Ooh. Cool. Well, I'm so glad that your health has improved to that point, Ian. Good on you, mate. So anyway, busy banging on about the 48-hour build. So yeah, we've got lots of things going on. And I can't really give too much away yet because a lot of things are still being organised. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun 48 hours. We're covering all ages and all around the world. So please tune in, please support. Anyway, enough of that.
Chris, group build.
I was just coming to that. Funny enough. Good lad. So the other thing to remind you of as well is on the Saturday night. We've got a director as well now. Yay! Got producer and director. I like this. It's still going very well. On the Saturday Night Creche, we're about to start our group build that we've decided.
When?
Which was anything to do with Bomber Command. Now, a few questions have come up about this. And it is as wide open as you want to make it. As long as there is a tentative link to Bomber Command, it's fine. It's going to start at the end of February. Is that correct? Am I right?
Yeah.
Starts the end of February. Dates to be confirmed, etc. But I guess it would be 27th, something like that, of February. Hey?
1st of March.
1st of March. Oh, hang on. Let me get confirmation of that. What was the date? I was just listening in my ear.
1st of March.
1st of March, apparently the director's telling me. It's going to start on the 1st of March. And when does it finish there, director?
4 months later.
In July sometime.
End of June.
End of June. Oh, there we go.
30th of June.
So, yes. So we're going to put... I suppose it'll be me. I'll put a post up this week about who wants to get involved. Where are we now? It's 13th. So, yeah, I'll give you a couple of weeks to put your name down, etc. before we start. I know that Lewis is going to do the 148th U-boat for the 48-hour build.
Certainly will, James, with your permission and your bank balance.
No, sorry. Yes, so there wasn't a scale with that either, was there, with the group build?
No.
No, so any scale you like, as long as it has a tentative link to Bomber Command. The reason that question came up was because I was asked whether a modern jet would be involved. And I'll be honest, without doing a little bit of research, I don't really know. So, yeah, we just left it wide open. So it's anything that's linked to Bomber Command. So what I mean by that is an airplane that is part of Bomber Command. It could be a ground vehicle. It could be anything that's involved in supporting Bomber Command. I think we've covered that now. Let's move on.
Lewis, you had the dates for Bomber Command.
Sorry, Steve.
You had the dates for Bomber Command.
Bomber Command Ray was active around 1939 through to 1963.
There you go.
So you've got things like the Whitley, the Lancaster, and it even goes all the way up to the Vulcan bomber. It's all part of Bomber Command.
Cool. There we go. And I'm going to throw a little bit of a sideline onto that as well. I mean, obviously that's British Bomber Command, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So if there is a another Bomber Command, i.e. the US or Canadian or whoever, as long as it's got the word Bomber Command in it, and you can prove a tentative link, we're happy with that as long as you get involved.
In the United States, it would be the Strategic Air Command. Would be Bomber Command. You know, that's what it would be underneath, Strategic Air Command.
Yeah, no, I accept the fact that the US have a different understanding of English, so yeah, it would be different words.
I mean, B-52s. I just wished I could. Anyway.
Two countries
hey?
by common language.
Hey.
Oh, Chancellor's just put up there. I'll read it for you. Thanks, Director. I could post a list of Bomber Command aircraft on the group. Vulcans, Victors, Valiants, and Canberras all come under Bomber Command. Chancellor, if you want to put a link up to that in the Saturday Night Creche, that would be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then that way we can make you chief in charge of the group build.
Well volunteered, Chancellor.
Yeah, well volunteered, Chancellor. See, I knew he was up for anything.
I went on to Pinterest and said, I just looked up Bomber Command, and it has every airplane Bomber Command ever had.
There you go.
I mean, it's also things that supported Bomber Command, like James has said, like the Spitfire and the Hurricanes flew over as air cover for them. You've also got things like the US versions. You've got the B-29s and things like that, which also did bombing raids during the day, supported Bomber Command.
Yeah. And they were all the way into, the Vietnam War, Korean, they all went outside of World War II also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much the same sort of period, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I know the US restructured just after the Vietnam War, I believe.
In World War II, it was Army Air Corps.
Yeah.
And then after that, after World War II, it went into our Air Force,
So as we're talking about World War II, bear in mind the Bomber Command that was supported by the US Army Air Corps So that would include B-17s,
B-25.
Yeah, all of those models as well. The Liberators, blah 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 blah. The list is endless. It really is way open. Getting a bit more modern. Like I say, I'm not really going to sit there and spend days and days googling to make sure something's 100% correct. I want you to prove what the aircraft is and where the link is. That's all part of the build. So a little bit of history, a little bit of research would just make it just that little bit more interesting as well. So Nim's just saying if I wanted to, I could do something from the Soviet 488th Night Bomber Regiment.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Every country would have its own
bomber command
of some description. But like I say, if you can prove that tentative link, I'm up for that. It's fine. I just want as many people as involved as possible. Plus, also, I think Mr. Ewan is joining me with a Lancaster. Possibly. I don't know. Don't think it's the same scale, though. But yes, anyway. What have you got planned for that, Steve? Have you got anything in mind?
I'm not sure yet. I've definitely got the Spitfire. Whether I do that for the 48-hour build and incorporate into the Bomber Command, or I've asked for a Mosquito, the Tamiya 148 kit, or I've seen the Airfix Lancaster in 172.
Yeah,
I've seen that for about 32 quid on Fleabay.
It's not a bad price. Not bad price at all. Looking at the chat, Nim is just saying there that looks like she's going to have to buy another Polikarpov. Is that
Polikarpov? Yeah.
Polikarpov. Mark Ewing is saying that he's definitely James 172nd Revell Dam Busters with PE. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the 148th Lancaster from Tamiya with some PE. Well, that's the plan anyway. Chance said an interesting type would be the Washington, the B-24 Super Fortress in RAF service.
29.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Chris, yes, Chris, what are you doing? I'm glad you waved at me because I've forgotten to actually ask you. How rude am I? What's that, 172nd?
132nd.
Has that got PE with it?
Yes, it does, actually.
Oh, good lad.
And it's got figures.
I'll tell you what I was looking at, actually, beginning of the week. I was frequenting a certain site, and I come across some 1/2 figures of the Lancaster crew.
Wow. I want a crew for the Mosquito, a pilot and the co-pilot land, because there's only a 2-man crew. And there are figures that come with it, but they're standing outside the plane. I want them, like they're getting ready to taxi off and, that whole thing. So, but it's going to take a ton of work because all the engines are detailed. Everything inside is detailed. Everything outside is detailed. The thing is a monster.
Yeah, I've got the kit upstairs, I know.
I can't wait.
It's a beautiful kit. It really is.
Oh, absolutely.
I actually got some. I've got that with some resin parts to it as well.
Yeah, I've got that.
Strangely enough, I've never quite figured this out. One of the resin parts I got is a new nose, but it's so heavy. It's never ever going to be able to sit on its tail ever because it's really heavy. So
Right. I just there's so many different variants of the Mosquito. For trail markers, flare markers and attacks and bombings and stuff like that. But because it was only a 2-man crew, it was a fast attack aircraft also.
Yeah.
And some of the variants had forward guns and cannons And the one that I have that I'm portraying is going to be like a flare marker or a bomber, because there are no guns on the actual this variant right here. So I've been looking up all kinds of research on Pinterest. I mean, if you want to go on someplace that's going to give you a ton of information about anything you want. I mean, I never thought Pinterest was anything more than recipes or crocheting, and it isn't, you know. And I just went on there, Bomber Command, and I went on to the Mosquito, and man, there is just, and it keeps telling me every day there's new listings for Mosquito, and do I want to look at it? And so, you know, this is just, it's a
great resource, definitely. I mean, I was torn between the Lancaster, or I've got the 148th Hong Kong models B17.
I do that B17. I've also got the Pro Modeler Revell HE111 32nd scale. I got that one for $59 when it first came out. And now it's like 300 plus.
Well, the B17 that I want to do is actually in English markings, and it was actually its job was to jam radar and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
So it's a nose modification and a few other bits and pieces, which I will build. We'll do it, but I'm not sure I want to do it for that particular build. So
it takes time. I mean, they take time if you're going to do it right. I mean, it takes time.
There's a lot to be done to it. So I don't want to. I don't want to overburden myself. So I think a sort of out of the box Lancaster.
Well, it's like I did a 1/16 scale trumpeter Panzer Mark IV. I lit the interior. That thing took me over a year to do. I mean, that was an awesome build. I have the trumpeter 1/16 scale Tiger 2. And the only reason why I haven't even opened the box is because that other sucker burned me out.
Yeah.
And the trumpeter of the Tiger 2 is twice the size as that Mark IV.
Yeah.
Twice the size, same scale.
And you've still got that Star Wars thing to do as well. I'll read some comments while you're thinking that.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah, who else?
Yeah, from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure you were doing a buddy build with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Chance has just said I've been looking at the Hadley Page Hampton on Hannah's website. Cool. Graham says, don't know what to build yet. Prefer a jet if possible. Yeah, there's stuff out there. Meteor. Yeah, Meteor was part of Bomber Command. Airfix do a kit of that. That's a reasonable build.
And you could do ground crew also. It doesn't necessarily have to be an aircraft.
Absolutely. Anything that covers
gas trucks, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah.
That would be
Scotty's just saying that I've been entertaining a Vulcan for Bomber Command.
Ooh.
Would that be the Airfix one, Scotty?
Won't be out yet, will it? It's not out yet, is it?
The new one's not out yet.
Oh, is it not? I thought it was
no, they do. They have got another one though. Airfix have got an older Vulcan, but they've done a new retooling for it as well, which isn't out at the moment. So there is still a Vulcan available from Airfix.
Okay, I thought the new one was out.
No, not yet. I'm on pre-order.
The Scotty's just saying there that the list would be really handy, Chancellor. Yeah, it would actually. I think that would be really helpful for everybody. What else we got going on in the chat? You obviously talked amongst yourselves as well. Nim is just said there that Anne Bolt. She's obviously got something. She's been well on it, getting on there and getting what she needs. And Chancellor's got a question to the other folks. RAF types like Boston, Maryland, Baltimore were bombers, but did they come under Bomber Command order of battle? I don't know is the honest answer. Have a quick Google, have a look. I would think probably yes, they did. I know those types were used for different purposes, not just bombers. But yeah, I would guess they probably did. And remember, of course, the Bomber Command. If I'm writing my history, which I might not be, but if I'm writing my history, Bomber Command, there's a lot of focus on Bomber Command over the European theatre, but obviously they would have had a bomber division, a bomber segment in other theatres as well. So I'm not quite sure how that ordering process was worked. I'm not from the forces and I'm not good with the history. But like I said, that's down to you. Have a quick Google and you're bound to find the answer out there. And Siri might even know if you ask nicely. Who knows? Nim's gone with a 148th ICM. Polikarpov Pro 2. Nice. Nice kit. Okay, cool. So I think it's about that time. Whether Karl might join us after work. It doesn't look like he's going to, and I'm not going to message him because obviously he's been working today. So I think it might be time to head over to the producer. Although Lewis might have broke his computer because it looks like he's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, James. Just give me 2 minutes while I get it set up, and I'll be with you.
Yeah, just give me a shout when you're ready. No problem. Yeah. Well, Nat's sorting herself out. Oh, that's come out wrong.
Have you got enough time?
Yes, we'll waffle for a bit more. Chancellor says the Ding Command under the Bomber Command orbit. I was looking it up. Oh, okay. Right, so no would be the answer, I guess. So yeah, just Google the information, and like I say, when you post up, what we do is we'll put a post up, and the usual thing I'll quickly go over that. Actually, it's probably a good time to do that. What we do is we'll put a post up inviting you to get involved, and all you need to do under that post will say I'm in. But also in that post will be some rules, very simple rules. For example, we'll ask you to create a photo album on the Saturday Night Creche, and your first picture will be the picture of the kit unstarted with some method of showing the date when you're taking the picture. So that could be, for example, an iPad, a telephone, whatever, anything that shows that you're not being deceiving. We trust you anyway, but yeah, it's just to save any arguments at any point. And then what we'd like you to do is add a few pictures to your photo album as you go along. You can put as many as you want. You can put a couple and then a couple for when you're finished. Or you can, example, if you're showing a particular process you've taken with your build and you want to explain what you did and how you did it, take a couple of pictures and put in the comments what you did and all that. And the aim of that is because you're sharing what you're doing. Other people will look and they may pick up a few tips in your build, etc. If you're not quite sure what I mean, and you're a member of the Model Officers Mess, pop into the Youth Revisited album that I've just put up for the M8, and that's got loads of pictures in there, and it's showing you the stages in which I've done stuff, and I put a little explanation, not a great deal, but there's a little explanation of certain pictures. And then what we'll do is we'll put an album up near the end of the build, which will be a reveal album, and we'll ask you to pop up a maximum of 3 pictures of your finished build, and then we will vote on who we think is the winner out of the group. We've not discussed this in any way, so I don't know if there's any prizes. I don't think there is. We might be able to sort a little something out as a surprise, but we'll come to that later on. But yeah, so that's the idea basically, is to just get you involved and to share your work a little bit more in depth, maybe, just for fun. You know, it's not £1 million prize or anything like that. Unfortunately, I wish. So yeah, just give it a go. If you've not done group builds before and you're a bit nervous by them or you're a bit worried by them, don't be. Because at the end of the day, the honest truth is, first thing to remember is it's your model. You do what you want. And the second thing is, if you don't finish within the time frame, it doesn't matter. Just carry on building it until it's finished. If it takes you all year to do, that's fine. You didn't finish within that time period. That's all. But within the reveal album, what we'd ask you to do by the end of the group build, post up pictures of your work up to that point. So if you're almost finished but not quite, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
I have a question.
You've got a question?
Yes.
What's your question, Steve?
So the Avro Lancaster.
Yes.
And the Avro Shackleton.
Yes.
Was there much difference in the engine size and the cells?
That's a really good question, and I don't know the answer, if I'm honest. However, in the back of my dome, I do believe there is some similarities with the Lancaster and Shackleton, but I can't think what they are. So I don't know is the honest answer, Steve.
Okay.
Why? What are you thinking?
Not saying just yet.
Oh, okay. He's had a thought.
I have. But I don't think it'll work.
I think I know where you're going. It probably will. If you need, do you need to know the measurements of the engine nacelles?
No, I'm probably going to get it, but I just want. I'll have to wait until sharp.
Yeah, almost. Joe's just saying that now, James. I don't have. I do have a bit of B17, if you wish. Oh, wow. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Joe. Is that research material or bits of a kit that you didn't finish? Or yeah, let me know. Interesting. I think I know what you mean, but yeah, just clarify. But just drop me a pen. Yeah, that'd be cool. Unfortunately, Graham's got to go. So catch you later, Graham. Take care.
See you later, man.
Right, Graham.
Chancellor's come back with some information. Between the two types came the Avro Lincoln.
Yeah, no, it's what I want to know is, would the Lancaster nacelles be bigger than the Avro Shackleton?
You've got the Avro Shackleton, haven't you?
Yes.
Right. So what I could do is I can measure the nacelles for you. And
you got the 132. Have you got the 172?
172nd? No, not anymore. Let's hold it.
Okay.
I know a man that does. Mark, can you measure your engine nacelles of your Lancaster and let Steve know? He's got a thought. Chancellor's just saying there that the Lancasters had Merlins, Shackletons had Griffins.
Yeah, that doesn't help me.
It was one of the later Lancasters that also had the Griffins.
And weren't the Griffin engines a little bit bigger?
That I'm not sure. I know some of the very later. I think it was only one mark of Lancaster or two marks of Lancaster that had the Griffins, and they swapped them back to the Merlins.
B2.
I would think they're the same personally, but I don't know. Joe's just confirming it's research. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm always up for a bit of research, Joe. Mark says no problem. He'll measure his bits tomorrow and let you know, Steve.
Thank you. Yeah, Chancellor saying they were smaller, different shape.
Yeah, the Shackleton had the 2,450 HP Rolls-Royce Griffin.
Okay.
Am I reading that right? He says they were smaller and different shape. The Griffin. Oh, I see. So the Shackleton's engines would be bigger.
Yeah, I guess it would be bigger, I suppose, because it's got to turn two sets of props, one way and one the other.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't suppose there'd be a lot in it though, Steve. I think you might get away with what you're thinking.
No, I don't think I will.
I don't know. We'll see.
You never know, Steve.
I'd have to shave a lot off.
Once Mark comes back with his measurements of his bits, you'll know the answer. Sorry, Nat?
No, I'm just saying you never know, Steve.
No, it's right. You might be able to squeeze it in the hole, so to speak.
Just shove it in.
Chris has run away. He knows what's coming. That's what it is.
Yeah,
just waiting on Chris. Once Chris is back, then we'll hand over to Nat, because Nat, I think, starting to chew her nails. While we got the camera on you, Lewis.
Oh,
Not what we have now. How have you got on? Yeah, I see you've been doing some pre-shading.
Yeah, so I've primed the Warhammer one, and it's all going to be brush painted, so it's not getting any more done until next week. But this one, I'm going to be putting the base coat down, so I'm just doing some pre-shading, got the white on, and I'm just in the process of putting the black on for the darker edges. Just to hopefully just get a bit of colour variation in it. Not saying it'll work like, but...
Well, we'll just give it a go.
Oh, yes. I do try. Very
cool.
trying, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would go with that. Steve, are you there?
I'm here.
Are you in a position to show what you've been up to, or?
Are we going to do Nat's bit?
Yeah, we're doing Nat's. We're doing Nat's bits in a minute. We're just waiting on Chris.
I haven't done a lot, so...
No, okay, don't worry. In that case, let me come over to me, because it's all about me anyway. I don't know. So all I've managed to do is very little, actually, because obviously I had to dash out. So all I've managed to do is a little bit of face work on Sergeant Wibble. Which is that? Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, it's not too bad. I have actually got. I might try, because I really want to try. I might try this.
Ooh.
I've got some eyeballs. I bought them and I've never tried them, so I might give it a go. And then I might paint them myself anyway. Yeah, I might give them a go. I'll let you know how I get on. I'm not going to do that now or on for everyone to see. It's too much. So, yeah, there we go. That's me. I did also notice we've got we got Hallam Williamson saying, "Hi, Nat."
Yeah, we've got the baby Williamson in.
Oh, bless him. Is he? Have you managed to twist his arm into the 48-hour build?
Hallam, are you going to come and join us on the 48-hour build?
Oh,
Yourself a 1/48 scale model.
Okay, let me rephrase that for you, Hallam. Basically, they've been bigging you up all night, saying that you're going to get involved in the 48-hour build. So I don't know why, but I assume you'll put your name down for that.
This is what Nat's done as well, James.
Oh, let's have a look at. There we go.
I've not got very far.
That's right.
The start of her Predator tank, which will look something like that, and it's done. Mm-hmm. So she's doing that for the. Well, I'll let Nat tell you.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the post-apocalyptic special interest group build for the model officer's mess. Put my teeth back in.
Cool.
So yes.
Cool. Well done. Excellent. Chancellor's just said there he's posted up a reference picture on Facebook, on the Facebook group listing RAF bomber command types for World War II. Thank you, Chancellor. And a clarification from Little Williamson saying, is that building literally from a solid 48 hours? Yes, you've got 48 hours from start to finish to build a kit. Now, not to panic you, Little Williamson, but what you need to do is think very carefully about your kit choice. And it isn't as hard as it would appear, honestly. Good luck with that. Ian's saying good night. Good night, Ian. Take care.
Good night, Ian.
Nice to see you. No doubt we'll see you over the weekend or the rest of the weekend because it's Sunday tomorrow. And we've got Ross Medlock saying, did you put the tracks on the right way round this time, Nat?
Did she ever?
Well, no, admittedly, they got put on wrong to start with, but I was able to correct it and put it right. So we are right now. Thank you for reminding me, Ross, of my errors.
Second time of doing it wrong, and she still gets
and let's be honest, Nat, just remember, it's your model. You build it how you want. You want to build it upside down.
Absolutely.
She had it going backwards instead of forwards.
I'll be back.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Welcome back, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
We're going to do our and Nat's going to get her bits out in a minute.
Really? Not good for you.
Ross Medlock saying there that he's going to join in the 48-hour build. Excellent. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, the more people, and if you've got any friends that that want to be shut up for 48 hours modelling, get them involved as well. If they're not members of the Model Officers Mess, get them over there, get them involved. It's all for charity, so it's all for fun. We're going to have a right laugh. One thing I would advise you is a little bit pre-organisation in your requirements for food and that sort of thing is probably very wise. Some wise choices in munchies.
Is methamphetamine a food?
Well, if I'm honest, Chris, it really depends on how you administer it. He's always going to get me in trouble, isn't he? No matter what, he always gets me in trouble. So that's cool. Little Williamson sounds like he signed up already, Lewis.
Yeah, I think he can do like nice 1/48 scale.
Can you get them 1/48 bikes? I
don't know. Can you get 1/48 scale bikes? It'd be a bit small.
don't know.
You'd be amazed what you can get.
And remember, you catch more flies with honey.
That's very true.
Yeah, there you are, Hallam. Find yourself a 1/48 bike. You're sorted.
Well, I know they do a push bike that's in 1/48. That's all PE.
There you go, Hallam. Do that.
I'm not that cruel.
I am.
Yeah, just have a look. I've done a few of them, and my advice is genuinely, your kit selection is key. You don't want something that's too in depth. Although I don't believe that's quite gone the right way for me when my selection happened. But anyway, and if there isn't a particular kit I would tell you to go for. It's down to you. So, and just try and work out in your mind the processes in which you're going to use for your build, and you know how long that takes. So. It all differs to different people. Mark Ewan says that I have a Tamiya 1/48 King Tiger for the 48-hour build. Well, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, I went airplane this time. I don't know why I did that, but I haven't posted it yet. I could always change my mind, I suppose.
I suppose I could change mine now.
No.
Depends what's on your shelves.
I'm
hoping. I think I will stick to my original choice. I'm not sure, but I think I will. I've got the Edward Hellcat Mark 1 dual combo. So there's actually 2 planes in the kit. I will only be making one, not both. But I do have a special paint scheme for it and some aftermarket decals and stuff. So that should make a big difference to the actual build. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to it actually. Right now, we need to get your bits out. Haggis is just saying thanks all, but time for me to go to bed. Good night, peeps. Good night.
Good night.
Haggis. Scott is just saying there, Edward BK534 Avra for his 48-hour jaunt rather. Cool. Okay, right, come on in. Stevie, you there?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Come on in, Nat.
Lewis, shut your eyes.
Yeah, they're shut.
Right, just checking.
It's time to name that kit.
That's it. Yes. So you can open now. So as always, guys, with mine there is a theme.
Oh, God.
There is, I will pre-warn you, a little herring
Oh, God.
in the mix. So keep
Herring?
that for the theme.
Did you say herring?
Yeah, a little herring.
Is that one of the
Herring
kids
in the
there?
mix.
So we just say herring.
Whatever. James knows what I mean.
Go on in. Let's
Right.
do it.
Let's do it.
Herring.
Herring.
Yes,
Oh.
model and manufacturer.
It's up to you. It's your game.
I always forget the word.
Is Steve good keeping score this week?
No.
No, he's not. Right, okay.
Have you got pen and paper to handle us?
Got a pen.
No, it's all right. I'm on it.
You on it? You sure?
Well, yeah, as best I can be.
I've got a pen if you need one.
Oh, thanks. Just pass it over.
Did you get it?
Cheers. Okay, so answers in the chat. What do you think this kit is? What do you think the scale is? Manufacturer? Any information you can gather whatsoever. So Charles has gone with an Avro Lancaster Mark II 148 from Tamiya. $16 people watching. Come on, get your guesses in. I'm going to put the timer on in a second. Scott is saying, well, it is British. We are running a little bit late tonight, aren't we? Never mind.
Anybody got any other place to be?
But no. Okay, so get your answers in the chat. I think that's. Are you doing timer, Steve, or you're not?
Yeah.
Go on in, put the timer on. Ross Bedlock's going for a. There you go. That's the time we're done. Ross Bedlock's going for a 1432 Lancaster HK. I think that's going to be a 132nd HK. And Barry Richards has just joined us and says Lancaster. Hi guys.
Hello, Barry.
And we have got we've got a couple more coming in. Sorry. Ross Medlock's gone for the 132nd Lancaster HK. Little Williamson says, is there a herring? I'm guessing control tower from Tamia. John Howe saying Lancaster 148 Trumpeter. Mark Ewing saying Airfix Lancaster Mark II. That's 172nd. And Chancellor saying I think Ross is right. So, Steve, what do you reckon it is?
Mosquito.
A mosquito. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular scale or manufacturer?
148 Airfix. 172 Airfix.
Okay. Lewis?
I think it is the Lancaster by HK.
Is that it?
Yeah, Avro Lancaster Mark 1 by Hong Kong.
Okay. Chris?
132nd.
I'm going to say 148 Mosquito by ICM.
And I'm actually going to go with... Oh, now I'm stuck, you see. Yeah, I'm going to go with the new boxing from HK, 132nd Lancaster. Go on in, Nat. Ah, damn it.
Oh, man. That's a nice looking aircraft.
See, I was going to go Tamir as well. God damn it.
I did. I nearly picked your model. I thought no, because it's far too much of a.
And what's the deal with that? What's scale is that?
It doesn't say. Sorry.
It does. It's 1.
It does say at the top 148th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 148th. So I believe Chancellor has actually got that one. Oh no, yeah. He's got that one, as well as Challenger scale models as well, lurking in the background. So well done, you two. Go on in, next one.
Ooh.
Oh. Now then. Is that a kipper I see in the background? No, James, it's not a kipper.
Kipper.
Or a herring. Oh, yeah, this is an interesting one, this one. So we've got some guesses coming in. We've got Mark Ewing saying Mosquito 148 HK. Scotty is saying Mosquito. Ross Medlock is saying Revell 132nd Mosquito. And Mark Ewing is saying at 132nd to go with. Oh no, he's changed his mind. Okay, cool. The time was out there early today. Right, so we have got Barry Richardson said the Mozzie, Airfix Mozzie. John Howe has said the Mosquito 172nd Tamiya. And Challenger scale models has gone with HK Mozzie. Right, so let's go to Lewis first. Lewis, what do you think?
I think it's Mosquito. Should we go Tamiya.
Right. Chris, what one do you reckon this is?
HK 132nd Mosquito.
Okay. Steve?
Tamiya 148 Mosquito.
I'm going to go definitely Mosquito, although I did think it might be something else, but I'm going to go Mosquito, and I'm going to 132nd Mosquito from HK I'm going for. Go on him. Hey.
Woo! Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That is beautiful. That's good artwork, isn't it? I like that actually. I don't think I've seen that before. And who in the chat got that? Mark Ewing. Mark Ewing's first one with that. Cool. Next one. Oh my goodness. Video. So get your answers in the chat. Charles just making the same comment and saying it was very nice box art. Yeah, it did look good actually. I don't know if anyone saw that on Facebook this week. HK put up their new release, Liberator, I think it was, and they put the wrong plane on it. It's coming up as a Lancaster on their artwork, which I thought was quite amusing. I don't know if it had been chopped or anything, but it was soon changed. Mark Ewan saying an old chip in 1/700th scale. No, I don't think you're wrong there either. So we've got Chancellor coming up with Zvezda 1/350th scale Pontomin battleship. I know I pronounced that wrong, so I apologise in advance. I think this might be the red herring. Right, Chris?
ICM Dreadnought 1/700 scale.
Right, okay. I'm going to go with Airfix 1/350th, but I've got no idea what it is other than it's a ship. Steve?
Japanese warship 1/700 by Zvezda.
Okay, Lewis?
I think it's definitely a First World War battleship. So, but other than that, I have no idea. I'm going to go Airfix HMS Dreadnought.
Airfix Dreadnought. And what scale?
1/700.
Okay, Chance's gone. It's clearly a World War One battleship. Could be German, but I think it's Russian. Go on then, Nat. Puts out of misery.
Dresden.
The Dresden. Right. Okay.
Wow.
So no one got the manufacturer. I got the scale, but not what it was. I'm not going to give myself any points. No one got any points there. I think that's fair.
Survey said.
And no one got it in the chat either. So yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Next one then, Nat.
Chance never got it.
Now then, Barry's just saying I have this ship in World of Warships, and Chancellor was saying so close. Yeah. Oh.
Hold on, I just need to go check the kids. I think I heard one of them crying.
Get your answers in the chat. What do you think this is? What kit, manufacturer, and what scale? So we've got Mark Ewing. He's saying Airfix 172nd P51. Chancellor's going with Airfix 148 P51 Mustang. Mark Ewing said, sorry, Edward 148. Oh, you can't keep changing that, Mark. Medlock's going 172nd P51 Mustang Airfix. Challenger's gone with the Airfix 48 Mustang. Chancellor's saying P51D. Barry's saying the Mustang Airfix. I think we can put a timer on this one. My earpiece was working. Right, so Chris, you were first last time, weren't you? So I think it must be me. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Airfix 172nd P51D Mustang. There you go. Steve?
Revel 172nd P51D Mustang.
Revel P51D. Okay. What scale did you say? Sorry?
172nd.
You did say 72nd. Lewis?
I'm going to go with the Airfix 172nd P51 Mustang.
And Chris?
P51 Mustang, 148 scale. I'd see him. I'll stay with that. Who cares?
Okay, Nat. Yeah. Look at that. Yes, it's 172nd North American P51D from Mustang from Airfix.
It's new tool in that one as well, isn't it?
It is a new tooling, yeah. I recognise the box art because I think that is the one that Karl did, literally just finished. Mark Ewing is the first with the P51 from Airfix. So, well done, Mark. Oh, hang on. No, didn't he change it? He changed his mind.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so no, Mark, no.
He changed scale, didn't he?
He changed the scale. So,
He changed the Edward.
see, you don't change things.
Chance's got the wrong
Chancellor
scale.
takes that. Well done, Chancellor.
Yeah, but he's got the wrong scale, though.
Oh, no, he has. You're right. Oh, no, hang on. So it'll be Ross. Oh, controversy. Ross has got it. Well done, Ross. Yeah, cool. And Barry's just saying Red Tails Mustang. And Chunk is in. Hi, Chunk. How you doing? Southwest Modeler.
Oh, Chunk.
He's saying, what a great kit. It is a brilliant kit. I love it. Oh, yes, and hello. I don't know how long you've been lurking, but it's good to see you, as always. Yeah, well done. Cool. So
if you want to see what this kit looks like, go on Karl's channel, Making Models. He's posted some pictures of it. It looks really cool, actually.
Yes, it's a great kit. It's a great kit and a great subject. It's one of my favourites, but hey-ho. Right, so coming in, Nat.
Yeah, last one.
Oh, last one. Now then. Right. Answers in the chat. What kit manufacturer scale do you think this is? And remember, guys, there is a theme to this, believe it or not. Now then.
B17H model. I already know that. But that's probably not what's up. No, it is.
I think this might be a red herring, Chris.
It could be.
It's definitely silver.
I think she's done a bit of a funny one on this one.
That's
or
what
maybe. I don't know.
See this thing coming in.
Right, so we've got some guesses in the chat. We've got a challenger saying Airfix 72nd B17. Scott is going late model B17G, I think. Joe's saying the 148 HK B17G. And Chance is going with the Airfix B17H in 172nd. Then we've also got Mark Ewan saying the Airfix 172nd B17H. And Ross Medlock's going for the Airfix 172nd B17G. Is that the timer going on, Director? Now, some of you watching, get your answers in. Last one. And remember, there is a theme. Once we've answered this one, we'll have to guess what the theme is. Right, so we are back to Steve, I think, for the first one.
B29, Obi Boss 172.
Lewis?
B17 by Revell 172nd.
Chris?
B17H 132nd HK.
Okay, so a quick look at anyone else's guesses. Chunk's gone in there with the Airfix 172nd Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. Yeah, we'll come to that in a second. Cool. Okay, go on in. Let us know. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't give my guess, did I?
Yeah.
I didn't. I can prove what I said. What I wrote though.
What were you genuinely thinking?
What I wrote was Airfix B-17 H in 172nd, but don't worry about it. I didn't tell anybody. So tough. That's all right. What a Wally.
Wah, wah.
So there you go. Right. So now the theme. What do you think the theme is? Let's start with Chris.
Kits that everybody is working on.
Okay. Lewis?
Something to do with bombers.
Well, that's pretty general.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Nice to keep the net wide open.
Yeah, that covered all bases.
I think it might be an airplane. Steve?
Sorry, you should call me.
Yeah. Any idea on the theme?
Something to do who was in charge of bomber command of some kind.
Okay. So you think it's linked to the group build?
Possibly, but not necessarily.
Okay. Chancellor's going with the World War II bomber offensive. And Chancellor said, well done, Southwest, bang on. Lil Williamson has said planes and ships that were adaptations of previous versions. Okay, I can see where you're going with that. Chunk saying, I have to keep in my hand. I'm looking at it. Thank God he said it's a kit. Ross said bomber command, ships, red herring, red towels as bomber support. And Scott is saying the theme is red. Ooh. I see where you've gone with that. That's good. I'm not going to miss myself out this time. I think the theme is new releases. But that's wrong, and the ship is the red herring. So, we'll get the answer eventually.
The bombing of Dresden started on the 13th to the 15th of February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like that. Yes.
The Dresden was technically a red herring, but I also gave you the answer.
Yes, you did.
Can someone please stop her from doing this?
I'll tell you what, actually, that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
That is just brilliant. So, yeah, the theme was the bombing of Dresden. Obviously, the B-17 and the Lancaster were involved in the bombing of Dresden. The P-51s were used as support. You've got the Mosquito, which were used as pathfinders. And you've also got the ship Dresden. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done, Nat.
Don't sulk on me again.
Yeah, brilliant. I really like that. Yeah, well done. Round of applause.
Yes. Standing ovation.
Yeah. Yes, Lewis. Do you want to know the scores and the draws as well? The scores and the draws were scarily right. Okay, so we're doing reverse order. Steve didn't get any, unfortunately, this week. Didn't you get? No, I wrote that down. You didn't. No, he didn't get any this week, unfortunately. We've got a joint second place with amazing 2 points. It was Chris and Lewis, and no cheating involved, but I got 4 points, so I won.
Yay.
There you go. Cool. Thank you very much. 16 people watching. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We are running late this evening, as you can tell. Would you believe that's nearly 3 hours that we've been rattling on? So thank you very much for your patience. We're going to close off tonight. A couple of comments there. I will just say, Chance just saying another good one, Nat. Well done. And Gossie's saying, nicely done. I remain 0 for 3. So yeah, it was very good. I do like that. I do like the way you're linking them all together. Clever. She's obviously got far too much time, Lewis. Give her more jobs.
Well, she's got work, washing up, kids, dog.
You.
Hey, if I'm given a job, I do it. I do it good.
Atta girl. Atta girl.
I like her answer as well. Okay, so Steve, are you still there?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. So it's good night for me.
It's good night from me.
Good night.
And good night from Steve. And a good night from Chris. And a good night from the producer.
Night, everyone.
Night.
Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.